Hey, welcome to the Daily Beard for December 2nd, 2019. I just recorded, I was in the middle of recording and I noticed my camera somehow froze on my laptop. And so I killed it and started again. So yeah, today I'm just talking about the fact that I woke up depressed and kind of very, very, very tired. Very lethargic all day. Made it to work, muddled through it, but very, very tired. And then we had Eddie come over for dinner, but we didn't have a lot of time because we did pizza because the only thing we could do really because I had to go to therapy tonight. I had my second session of therapy. My therapist's name is Warwick. He's a very smart, wise man who asks good questions. And tonight we kind of centered in on my depression. And how I live with it, and how I kind of the fact that I muddle through it. I basically like when I'm depressed, I just kind of like I don't always make good choices, but I get through it, and more often than not I beat the depression for the day, and I'm able to do things. And there are days when I don't, and there are days when that looks like me just not doing schoolwork, and there are days when that looks like me not doing work, and there are days that looks like me staying in bed. But it's not to the point like it was at one point where I could barely get out of bed. So yeah, so we were looking at that, and then we were just talking about youth, and he was asking about like why I want to be youth pastor and where this drive comes from and stuff. And it's interesting because like part of it is I have a natural inclination to talk to young people. I don't know why. I'm much more comfortable talking to 16-year-olds than I am talking to 40-year-olds. Not that I can't talk to 40-year-olds, I totally can. And I can totally become friends with 40-year-olds as I have, but I'm quite often more comfortable in a lot of ways talking to 16-year-olds. And I'm definitely more comfortable, sorry, I'm very tired, trying to lead 16-year-olds than I am trying to lead 40-year-olds. Not that I can't lead 40-year-olds, because I have done that too. But it's just, it makes more sense for me to be doing stuff with teenagers. I don't know why. And part of it was, he was asking about, like, do I feel like I have to do these things, or do I want to do these things? And I'm like, well, I want to do them, but I feel like I have to do them too. And part of it, for me, stems from I saw a thing a while ago that said, be the person you wish you had when you were a teenager, or when you were a kid, or when you were a teenager, in my case, teenager. And when I was a teenager, I didn't have anyone that was an adult that took any interest in me in any capacity until I was 20. And even then, it was just going up for coffee once, and then they got transferred. It was like my kind of youth pastor, and she took me out for coffee when I was 20. A little bit before I met Beth, and she was the first person ever literally go, hey, come up for coffee with me and talk, and tell me what you're into, and what are your passions, what do you like, what do you do. And I think that's a strong reason why I do what I do with the youth that I do it with now. Is young people generally aren't listened to, and like adults generally don't care about them that much. Now there's a ton that do, don't get me wrong, but I didn't have anybody, and my self-worth and all the ways I value look through that is still, like, quite often I still feel worthless and all that stuff, but I know I'm not. I know I have value, and I know I can pass that on to other people, and so I do. And yeah, so we went through that kind of stuff tonight. So don't believe the lies you tell yourself about yourself. That was a good thing to kind of remember. They're just feelings. They're not truth. Truth is you're awesome. Truth is there's a God who loves you and thinks you're awesome. And a lot of people think you're awesome. If you're hearing this, there are a lot of people that you probably don't realize think you're awesome and important, and you help them in ways you can't understand. So, saying all that, yeah, I'm tired. So I'm gonna finish this, upload this, and then I'm going to bed. And we'll fight it tomorrow, I guess. You have a good night, and God bless. Thanks for watching.